process it again in ideating, remodel your business at the prototype level, then you go back to test again. This process of empathizing, defining, ideating, prototyping, testing, and sharing your business is what we call business ideation. Now, these are very simple terms or very simple steps that I believe you should be able to do. So don't be frightened if you find these words a bit of jargons. They are not meant to be so. I believe this is pretty practical and something you can start doing when you define your business and as we progress through this study of innovation, creativity, and entrepreneurship. Let's look at some few traits of an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs typically are very, very confident. They believe in what they do and they do it passionately and with all that is within them. If you've ever met a typical entrepreneur before, you certainly will notice that trait. They are not sloppy. They speak chest out. And now, as we go through this trait, some may be traits you do not have currently. What I want you to start doing is to note down the ones that you already have, improve on them, and the ones that you currently do not exhibit, you build yourself up to be able to exhibit some of those traits. This may be natural to some of you, may not be natural to some of you. Trait number 2, entrepreneurs are great planners. It's one thing you will notice with entrepreneurs. So they identify a challenge, as we said earlier, in the society. They put ideas down on how to solve the challenge, identify the opportunity in the challenge, make plans, organize resources, both human and financial, go test the idea, look for customers, and make some money. And all this needs a lot of planning to achieve. So, entrepreneurs are great planners. So, planning to be one, you should start learning on how to be a great planner. You cannot be disorganized or be a disorganized person and be an entrepreneur. You may give it a try, but you will not be a successful entrepreneur unless you learn to organize yourself and be a great planner and an executor of plans as well. Trait number 3. Entrepreneurs are great risk takers. They are not afraid to try. They give it a try. Even when everybody says it won't work, they still try. Do you have people telling you your idea is ridiculous? Do you have family and friends telling you that what you are passionate about, that you want to do and make business out of it, is not viable or it won't work? Well, that's the story of most entrepreneurs if you ever listen to them. Someone actually said it won't work. There is always going to be a naysayer in your life. Could be a friend, could be a family. Now, typically, these naysayers actually mean well. They don't hate you. They are just, trying to protect you from harm. But if you want to succeed as an entrepreneur, you certainly must be a risk taker. Trait number 3 of a great entrepreneur is that they are risk takers. They take loads and loads and loads of risk. Entrepreneurs are always on. They never stop. You can't stop an entrepreneur. They will give it a try. It doesn't work. Tomorrow morning, they're up and going again. They fail. They get up and try it again. That is another trait of an entrepreneur. They are always on. They push. They are passionate. They are never sloppy. They never give in and they never give up. You push them down 10 times, they rise 11 times. So you want to succeed as an entrepreneur, you need to pick up some of these traits. Entrepreneurs are great money managers. They do not spend recklessly. I'm sure you might have heard a story or know an entrepreneur who has been described as stingy. Often, They are just good money managers. They do not spend recklessly. They know the value of money. They know they earn from hard work. So entrepreneurs hardly spend recklessly. They are good money managers. So you need to be a good manager to be a good entrepreneur. Number 6 on my list, they never give up. I think I've mentioned this already, but entrepreneurs never give up. Now, there are many, 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 many other traits of good entrepreneurs. And of course, we've looked at examples of entrepreneurs. I'm sure you know few entrepreneurs that are close to you in your society, some in your church, in your mosque. They are in the same office with you, or just people you have observed from afar. I want you to, at this point, in addition to these 6 that I have listed, pick a piece of paper, or if you want to do it digitally, type it out on your phone or on your laptop, wherever you can. List more traits that you have observed to be those of entrepreneurs. There are many of them. I want you to challenge yourself to get at least 5 in addition to the ones that we've listed. Regardless of the mode you choose to communicate your business, there are some few characteristics of a promising business idea that you must note. Key to this end, which is one of the words in ICE, and in fact the very first I in ICE, is innovation, or the innovativeness of your business idea. So for your business to be considered to be a promising one in terms of its eventual success and even its success through this competition, it must exhibit that characteristic of innovation, or being an innovative product or an innovative service that you are offering. Now, this is why people pay. No one pays for no work done. The reason you pay for your mobile phone is because it helps you communicate with your friend few or several miles away. That is why you pay. So, if I brought you a piece of wood and said it was a mobile phone, you were not going to pay for it because it serves no purpose. There's nothing innovative about it and it doesn't serve your need. So whatsoever idea you have at this point, ask yourself, are you able to point to the product or the service and say, this is what makes my product or my service innovative? Can we all see the innovation in a business? Now, this is important for this program and for your business. It's very important because when we talk about business ideas, you must innovate, but you may not necessarily invent anything absolutely new. You can pick an existing solution and bring your innovation to bear on it. So let me go back to the example I've cited several times, filth in our society. There are many businesses solving and doing their bit to solve the issues of filth. But one way or the other, we have not absolutely eradicated filth in our societies, at least not yet. So you can still have a business idea on filth or its management and bring some innovation to it so we can get closer as a society to eliminating filth in our vicinities. So in that case, it may not necessarily be an invention in itself, but you bringing innovation to an existing product or solution. So that is number 1 on the list of the characteristics of a promising business. Number 2, a promising business is unique. Must have a unique selling proposition. So, as I said, for your business idea that may be targeted to managing filth in our environment or in our society, it may not necessarily be a unique solution because managing of waste has always been there. But you are bringing a unique value, or you have a unique value proposition. Let's say it was way back in the days. The only means we had to manage filth was to use a broom to sweep. Then you came with probably an automated system where we can put battery in the broom and let the broom sweep our rooms for us. The broom might have been there all this while, but you have brought some uniqueness to your offering. Then you have what we call unique value proposition, or you have a unique selling proposition. So you can then tell us that, oh, you have always swept your room, but I have a solution that can help you sweep your room more effectively, more efficiently, or with less stress. So we have always gone to the market to buy agushi in its raw form, come to the house to grind and make our stew. Someone decides that, well, that is quite a lot of work for, say, a busy mom living in a cosmopolitan area. So they take the same agushi, grind it nicely, package it into sachets, and sell it on the shelves in shops. So you could just buy that sachet, tear it up, pour your agushi powder, and your stew is ready to go. Now, have they created agushi? Absolutely not. Agushi has always been there, and we've always loved to use it in our stews. What has been brought to bear is new packaging and a lot of convenience. So now I don't need to go to market to buy, clean, mill, or grind before I use. It's done for me by someone, nicely packaged. I pick, package, open, and I'm good to go. So evaluate your idea again. What is so unique about your business idea or the product or service you are offering? Characteristic number 3 of a promising business, and I've mentioned this before, is that they solve problems. Any promising business idea must be solving a particular identified problem. Nobody is going to just give you money for nothing done. Whatever business you are offering must be solving a particular problem. It could be something, as I said in the last example of agushi, it could be saving me some time or saving me some stress. Then you are solving some problem. It could be making available breakfast in a pack that I can drink whilst driving to work. You are solving some problem. So evaluate your business on this characteristic again. What problem is your business solving? So if whatsoever idea you have at this stage is not solving any problem, I suggest you re-evaluate that idea. You may want to change it. You may need to acquire further information on how to use that idea to solve a particular identified problem for an individual or for a group of people. Characteristic number 4 of a promising business is profit. Again, we all need the money. We need the ega. Some call it l'argent. Whatsoever name you have for it, your business must be producing some profit. In the course of this program, hopefully you progress. You will get to know the definition of profitability or what profit means. But for you to have a fair idea, what profit means is if it costs you X amount to provide that solution or to provide that product, would you still have some money left when you sell that product? So if you are offering me convenient breakfast, say cocoa, and you sell it for 15 cedis, does the 15 cedis cover your cost of producing that packaged cocoa for me to buy? So your business is profitable if, say in the example of cocoa, if it costs you 10 cedis to buy the corn, mill it, pay your workers to do the cocoa, probably do the kose, package the granules, everything, drive to the roadside. You do all that and it costs you 10 cedis to deliver one pack of breakfast. And you sell to me for 15 cedis. Then we say you are making a profit of 5 cedis. At that point, we can consider your business to be a profitable one. However, if your idea says that it costs you 15 cedis to make the same pack of breakfast and you sell it for 10 cedis, then there is an issue. Could be the idea is not well formed and needs some re-evaluation, or this is not a business. Evaluate the idea you have now and see if it has this characteristic of profit. Would you be making some money when you sell? If you provide cleaning services and you have to move all the way to people's homes to clean their cars for